Come on, come on.
Hey, don't look back.
Come on, come on.
I want to say like episode 41, say what's real, but everybody, you know what I mean? Yeah, but
Come on now.
yeah, I'm gonna let my guests introduce themselves, guys. So, you know,
What's up, man? I go by the name Jay Fiddy. I'm out here chilling in Auburn. Fucking been chilling out here for the last like 15 years, but I be moving and shaking it out in Seattle all the time. And man, I'm just grateful to be here on the Say What's Real podcast. I'm here with the Wolf God himself, man.
Yeah,
this is Wolf Pack over here, bro.
And I love that shirt, by the way.
Hey, man, you know what it is. Come on,
dude,
you know I had to come
showed
correct.
up with that shirt,
yes,
bro.
man, I had to.
You knew what you're doing, bro.
Wolf
It's
Pack,
so
come
calculated,
on.
dog.
Absolutely, man. Everything's calculated, man.
Okay, so the song you guys said in the beginning was an unreleased song, right? You said unreleased song.
Yeah,
it hasn't came out yet, obviously.
So
but...
it's going to be dropping on Friday. So by the time this airs, it'll probably be out on Spotify, on everywhere you listen to. Yeah, it's called Blow. BLOW by Jay Fiddy, featuring the homie Gifted Youngsters, man. Shout out to my boy. And yeah, that's gonna be the last single before the album that comes out. My album is called Hyperbolic Time Chamber, and so which is funny. You're wearing the Dragon Ball Z shirt. Like, how did that just happen? Like, the fact that it's all aligned is just so funny, man. Yeah, so the album's gonna be dropping probably in like first week of July, hopefully,
nice.
Maybe even put
that shit, bro.
maybe might even do like a little 7-Eleven release or something, but something in the early weeks of July, man. The album's gonna be out, and yeah, I'm super excited about the music that's coming.
You, bro. That shit, that sounds. So how many tracks did you said? How many tracks is on it?
Okay, so we got 11 tracks, and 4 of them will have been released. So right now, the ones that are released are Don't Hold Back with D the P. Yeah, this one's called Blow, the one I just played, Blow. And then there'll be Centerfold and Get a Bag. All 4 of those will be the singles that have been dropped off of it. And then the rest, it's all new music, bro. It's all new music, and there's some slaps on there. So yeah, and not to mention one of the tracks on that album that I won't be releasing as a single is gonna have a music video on it, and I'll have to let you guys hear that one. It's fire. It's like a little boom bap style, and we're gonna probably go shoot it out in Pikes Place Market, bro.
That's like the best,
bro. I don't even care like who's out there. Like, I'm just like, yeah, bro. Let's see if anybody wants to jump in and like have fun with it. So
people down there like that though.
They'll exactly. Jump in, bro. Like, who's this guy? It's like, yeah.
Right next to Showgirls and everything, like that area is like that area is so like that area is its own character. Dude.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's awesome. I'm excited.
Well, okay, I like how you named it the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, right? Because I was telling this guy years ago, and the Hells Angels again. The Hells Angels, everybody comment on it, but yeah, I was telling this guy years ago. I was like, hey, bro, we should name some songs after Dragon Ball Z characters. You know, I'm like, hey, we should start that wave or like rock with that wave.
Right.
Kinda did.
Which I'm not saying. Okay, I don't want to be. I hate when people are like, oh, I started that, because there's no way to prove it. So I'm not saying that, but like I started naming our songs like Goku Black, Ultra Instinct. Like we started like Sensu Bean and like, you know, like that now.
That's fire.
Yeah, bro. I like that. Because that is what you named your album. That's just different.
Yeah.
And I like seeing different, bro.
Yeah, and for me, like, you know, I grew up on Dragon Ball Z, and like I remember having the cassettes. Do you remember the cassette tapes that used to, if you had the whole season, it made the image?
Split into,
it had the image, bro. I remember having the Frieza, the like original Dragon, Goku, like Piccolo. I remember having all that stuff, and I remember, bro, like this might sound embarrassing, but I remember being like 6 years old and like going in my room trying to go Super Saiyan, like screaming.
I think all of us
like,
did. Yeah.
And so like, I believed in that. So like, I don't know, just I feel like over time, especially over the year of the pandemic, you know, I feel like I was in the hyperbolic time chamber, bro. Like, I feel like this last year and a half, I've just been like really getting my strength up, writing like crazy. And now I just got like these bangers where I'm like, all right, I feel like I'm stronger than ever. Like, I'm about to go Super Saiyan, like crazy. And so, yeah, man, it's awesome. I've just wanted to take stuff that like makes me feel, you know, young again and happy, and like something that I'm super passionate about. You know, I'm not not like the most knowledgeable about Dragon Ball Z, but I remember what impact it had in my life, and it
had a huge impact in mine, bro.
Yeah, it's a great thing.
I always tell Dustin like, hey, bro, I mean, you're like Goku and Vegeta. Like we just gotta keep like we're like when we write, it's like that back and forth. Like, hey, if you beat me, I'm cool with that because it's gonna make me better. It's gonna push my pen further, bro. Like we gotta like
Shit, I mean, absolutely. I've been seeing your pen getting strong, man.
I've been trying, bro.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to
you, man. Yeah, it's been crazy to see like, just like how your evolution in like the Lost Boys freestyles have gone. Like, like whenever I was listening back even like earlier today, and just like from the first one to this third one, I was like, man, like this third Lost Boys might have like the like the
you
belt,
think so?
the belt, bro. It
might
have the belt just because of your approach with it. Like, bro, you went off on your first verse, and then all of a sudden the switch up, like I wasn't ready. Like I really wasn't ready. I was like, okay, Andrew's like coming with the heat. And so, yeah, man, like, obviously, like, as a rapper, I'm supposed to say, mine's the best one, you know, whatever. But
yeah, I think as a rapper, you're supposed to say that. But, like, if I was to go through the Red Rooms that we've done, and by the way, if we want to get into the creation of the Red Room, Justin, bro, like, do you remember, like, when me and you, how did that even, like, get brought up? We were just like, hey, we want to showcase our talent, and we want to showcase other people's talent around here. Let's create our own little, like...
Well, it didn't always start like that. The first one we ever did was with Jamal, and like I just wanted to start doing videos in general.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, let's.
Is Jamal? Is that God's child?
No, it's Boo Nasty was his old name. I think he goes by something different now.
That video is not on your channel anymore?
It is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't red at the time.
Yeah,
I just wanted to be like, hey, I want to make a video of you guys rapping because I know videos people like watching that.
Cool.
And then I ended up doing one myself, and instead of like something super blank, we were just like, hey, we had that light, and like, hey, just throw that in the background so it's red, and then it just took off from there.
Yeah, and then now, like, I feel like we created something that's like unique that I don't think really people like. People have like the BET Cypher freestyle, like the back room. What did BET do back in the day? Well, like the basement.
Yeah.
So it's like something like that mixed with like our own thing, and like I kind of like that started like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the format that you guys had approaching it, especially because it's like, I don't know, it's kind of what do you say, more personable, because it's like, oh, you can tell this is done at their crib, you know, like this is a
and
really,
we wanted it to be like that.
Yeah, this is like, it gives it that underground feel, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, like we're onto something, like these guys are on the come up, like it had that like fresh feel to it, like, okay,
it's kind of like the hyperbolic time chamber in a sense, because like, bro, when you're in the Red Room, you have to come with bars, bro. You can't just like, you know what I mean, like if you're going to commit to doing a Red Room, you have to know the history behind it. And all the rappers like you and Jay King and Tayzwood and everybody who's been through it, like, bro, you can't just go on there and like,
it's kind of like the, what is that thing with Sway, the 5 fingers of death. Yeah, you guys got your own little 5 fingers going on, where it's like, all right, like, you know, you got to be the hyena, bro. Like, otherwise you're just gonna be looking silly, because there's some good videos that you can go watch of like some great bars. So yeah, you want to contend. You know, that's definitely a contender's, you know, format for sure. If you got bars, come
we need
come
you
with
to
it.
do a second one, bro.
Bro, I know. I really want to. I'll come back next week, or actually I'll be in LA next week.
Oh yeah,
2 weeks from now.
Yeah. Whenever you come back, bro, hit me and him up, bro. Let's do it.
Yeah, because I eventually want to start doing that, where we just get people in. That's what it is, to showcase your skill.
Bro, now that the panty's over, like, people try and go outside again and hang out and get things done. It's been really refreshing to see. Just like
your guys' ones, you and a couple other people, especially like my cousin, because I told you off camera, like, he doesn't really share his stuff, and his is the most viewed at the moment. So like you and a couple of the people, like when I wrote my third Lost Boys, you guys hella motivated me, bro, because I'm like, hey, these were so good. I gotta come with something that's like, I gotta go up there, and that's what I did. Yeah, it was really cool to see, man, and having that approach is really important, because, you know, as somebody, especially in your position, like it really shows your like integrity with the sport of rap. You're like, you know, because people who aren't like really about the sport of rap, they just be like, oh, this is my channel. Like, somebody might even like take down a video if they feel like, oh, this is too fire, I gotta have the most fire video.
you know. But you had that like, all right, I gotta just get better. I gotta get better, and then all of a sudden it now,
pushes me.
even though it's like the newest one, so it's easy to be like, oh, this is the newest one. This is my favorite, but it's more than that. Like, yeah, you push yourself. And yeah, you got it, bro. That was really cool, man.
Yeah, and yours too, Dustin. Yours was really good too. Like for some reason,
that never left freestyle.
Yeah, and
that one was fire, bro.
You know, I still have people tell me like, oh, when he talked about like not having a dad growing up or trying to be a better dad, like a lot of people, like as I'm saying, like, bro, like you're right. It's the respect for the sport, and I have the utmost respect for the sport. Like I send this guy probably annoy this guy 24/7. I'll send him like battle bars all the time. Like I'll send him like, because I'm trying to keep my pen sharp, so I'll try to scheme off like, you know, like Cain and Abel.
Yeah.
Like I'll try to be like, oh, you know, like both brothers had this gift. God liked one more than the other, but like the other brother didn't understand. Like, hey, God loves you too. You just gotta, you know, and like so I'll try to scheme. And like I love that stuff, bro.
Absolutely, man. That's the way to go about it. Otherwise, you know, you'll just stay stagnant. And yeah, it's super important, like, to have that awareness of self, and especially, I think having that little bit of humility, like, even though you got some fire stuff and that you might be proud of, just be like, all right, I can do better. I can do better. Like, I'm about to get it in.
Bro, come back. Let us know, bro. I want to get you.
Especially like lately, I've been feeling like extra about myself. Like, I'm like, man, everything I've been writing is just like.
You have a good pen, bro. Out of a lot of rappers from here. And I'm not just saying that because you're here. I talk about you like away from when you're not here. You have one of the best pens in here. You do. And it sucks because like a lot of people, because I want to talk about the Red Room list. But before we talk into that, I feel like a lot of people, what do you think it is, bro? Like, do you think it is like a popularity thing, or like, where do you think the problem lies here?
So, I mean, I'm guessing you're talking about like lyrically, like
yeah, because like I feel like you're lyrically like probably. I don't want to be a prisoner in the moment because there's a lot of people I've never heard before. But like lyrically, like pen wise, and just like the way you present yourself, you are one of the top people from here. But like, it feels like a lot of people just aren't on that wave here. How do you explain that? Like,
yeah, so I feel like lyricism is out there, but it kind of comes full circle. Everything in the music industry that people think is wrong, it ultimately comes down to just there's a lot more access to it. And the popularity thing, there could be somebody who just started rapping or singing or whatever last year, but because they got 4K followers, you'll hear their stuff before you hear the dude with 150, like my homie Eric C. Boniso. I just dropped a single with him, Holy Water. Go stream that. My boy got like 150 or like 200 followers on Instagram, and my boy got pen game. Like, my dude is dope, but he don't get the same, you know, reactions and whatnot. So yeah, it ultimately comes down to just like hearing it, you know, like there's definitely lyricism out there. I just started following like a handful of rappers in the last 2 weeks because I finally saw them on a like Seattle rappers list, listen to their stuff. I'm like, oh, there are like really good Seattle rappers out here that I like.
Was it based off I think I saw you like his Chase Fade. Do you know him?
So Chase Fade, he's like a he does music himself, but he's mainly like a music video guy, and he's done stuff with J. Cole. Did like a photo shoot, and I'm pretty sure like did some behind the scenes stuff with him in the Dreamville team, and he's based out of here in Seattle. And just to kind of give a rundown of Chase Fade, he actually is like, he's kind of like pioneering a cool movement right now. There's about to be an album dropped called the Seattle Sessions, and what he did is he got like, I think it was like 20 different artists to come through to Studio Sage out in Seattle, and they were all just like collabing, and they made a whole album in like a matter of a couple of days or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, they've dropped 4 singles off of it, and yeah, he's just kind of working on getting the collaborative thing going for Seattle, because everybody says that there's that Seattle freeze, like most people don't fuck with each other, whoop-de-whoop. And so for him to like bring people together and be like,
super cool,
all right, we're going to put hella artists onto this one album. And so he's kind of like that mixtape guy right now, trying to trying to DJ Khaled it for the Seattle area. And so it's really cool to see what he's doing.
Do you know of him? The reason I brought that up,
I think he did the cipher.
The reason I brought that up is because me and Justin are in the beginning stages of working on our third duo album together.
Okay.
Which the third duo album would be all beats that we own.
Yeah.
So we could stream it. Everything, everything we own. And our idea was, me and Justin were like, hey, let's have like almost every song have a feature from people that are from around here.
That'd be cool, man.
So when I saw him do that, I was like, oh, that's super cool, bro, because that's what I'm trying to do. And like, obviously, one of the songs, me and him would have you or Jay King on it, or somebody like people that we know, and like,
Yeah, and that can keep it spicy for you, man. Like, doing something like that, because you guys are super versatile, bro. Like, you do battle rap bars, but then you also have that, what's the one you've been sharing lately? It's more of like an uppity track, you know.
It's Back Home.
Back Home, yeah.
Which my little brothers and sisters made me love that song because they're obsessed with that song, bro.
Bro, it's cool. It's a good vibe, and so you guys have versatility, so you guys can allow your connections to help your creative flow. Like, hey, I'm thinking of Jay Fiddy, or I'm thinking of Jay King or Tay Zooted or whoever, and so I'm gonna like curate this song. And it's the same thing. That. Yeah, it's the same thing you do. Like if I wanted Drake or whoever to feature on a song, I'm gonna be like, all right, what can Drake hear himself on? And that was one thing that you know who Sam LaChow is?
I think I've heard of the name, but okay, he's heard of the name.
Yeah, so he's based out of Seattle, and he's a little bit more popping and whatnot. And he was saying like, I won't do a feature if I can't hear myself on it. So it's like really important to allow that to open your mind whenever you're thinking of features, whenever you're thinking of your creative flow.
If that person could be on it.
Yeah. If I'm making a smoking weed song, I'm gonna hit up Snoop Dogg. If I'm making a smoke or Dizzy Wright, something like that, and that's the way I approach it sometimes too. Is like, all right, who can I hear on this track, and all right, I'm gonna.
That's a good way, bro. You especially Justin. I know it comes across weird because you're like my brother, but like, bro, he inspires the fuck out of me when it comes to that. Like, bro, you alone, dude. Like, he is what you're talking about. Like, Justin can go hella bar heavy, but he can also try to do like that singing stuff. And when I'm like, bro, come on, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
that's how my homie Kyrell is too. Like, he's like the whole package, man. My guy can produce, sing, rap, all that. And so I was like, man, I gotta get out of my shell a little bit. And so I've tried my hand at singing a few tracks, and those will be on like Tommy's new songs. Like I've actually like tried singing, and my homie Isaac Ray, he does music as well, and I got a song with him where I'm singing as well, and it is from inspiration from outside of myself. It's like, all right, can I do something like this, and you give it a shot, man. You give it a shot, and you thank those people, and you be creative with them, and that'll keep you growing.
Well, especially like when I do a song and I know you're gonna be on it, I have to up my game, bro. You're one of those people, bro. Like if I'm on a song with you, like Justin always kills us, dude. I don't know if you heard the song that we came out with. It's called I Don't Even. What did Josh name it?
No, nothing.
No, nothing. I don't know if you heard it, but I could play it for you after we're done. But like. So when I wrote the verse, I was like, oh man, this is so good, bro. Like I thought I did really good. And then Justin showed us his verse. I was like, man, fuck, dude.
You gotta hit like the drawing board again.
Yeah, I feel like, no, I didn't though, but I feel like Kanye when he heard Eminem's verse on Forever. I was like, oh, dude, I thought I did super good. And then Justin shows us what he did, and I was like, dude.
Sometimes you gotta let your boy shine, man. Sometimes you just gotta accept it. Like that's
Josh wanted to. I think Josh wanted to rewrite his verse. I'm not sure. I know Josh is probably gonna watch. He's like, "Fuck you, Drew."
Bro, like, I can't even lie. I let so whenever I did the Underdogs track with Carlos the artist, I let him have that one. I was like, all right, you went off. I ain't gonna rewrite. But then I wrote to this track Honor Roll. And my man showed me his verse, and I was like, nah, you ain't getting me on this one too, bro. I went back, went off. And then the other dude we had featured on there, Tensai, he was mad because he heard my first verse. And all of a sudden we get in the studio, I got this banging new verse. He was like, wait, you changed up your flow? Like it was all bad. I was like, sorry, bro, I couldn't be that guy this time. I had to come with it, man. And that it all comes back to just that sport, man. It as long as you're in it for the sport, you'll always be elevating, bro, and that's the best part.
Before we get off the Red Room topic, we don't have to do like a top 5, but like let's say we do like a top 3 or 5, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Because we've done a lot of Red Rooms with multiple people, not just us 3. So What are your like top red rooms? Or
Yeah,
you don't even have to number them.
Yeah, no particular order. No particular order, but I would start out with the Lost Boys Part 3. You're definitely in that top 5. God's Child, I just love the flow, bro. Like
he
for real.
Flowed on that
he
one,
was just like, it's too much fun, bro. It's a vibe. And I gave my boy Justin here 2 slots with the Never Left freestyle and the 3:22 a.m. I just feel like both of those are a vibe. Like you can just feel the scenery in those two. Like it's a different feel, bro. I love that storyteller rap. So he gets two spots for me, and then I'll put myself at 5th with the Wolves freestyle.
Well, yours was good though, bro. You know, because we're not numbering them, but yours was pretty.
Or my
good,
my 5th choice. My 5th choice. Yeah.
However you want to take this, but I think yours is easily the most quotable. Like I'll find myself like saying
it is
shit from yours, like when like I'm cleaning around the house and I'd be like taking a leap in it. And I won't do it right now, right? But like I can literally like rap your shit word for word.
That's fire, bro.
To it, that's
fire.
I might know it better than you at this point.
Probably, bro. It'd be like that sometimes. What was that, Tommy? Man, we were low key kind of faded at a party, and the homie was like, "Bro, do some music for us." I'm like, I don't remember any of my verses.
It'd be like that, bro.
Like, let's do cope, and then she's just going fire, and all of a sudden the verse comes, and then she starts rapping it for me, and I'm like, yeah, there you go, like you do it. I was like,
I hate when you're at a party, bro. They found out you rap, like, bro, spit a verse.
Oh
like,
my god,
drunk, dude.
it's even worse. Yeah, when you're faded and you're just like, everything's like half speed. Like, can you slow the beat down for me?
Okay. Do you got a list, or do you?
I was just saying that, and then I think Tay Zooted has like the most song version of a Red Room. Like I feel like his can be like an actual song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I love Lost Boys 3, but I felt like for some reason I just love number 2 for some reason. And the reason I say that is because there's a lot of bars that I said in that song that ended up being a thing later in the future. Like, when I said, Iron Man, I've been lost for a while. And then in Endgame, this guy's like lost the whole beginning of the movie in space. And like, there was a couple things that I said that like it ended up coming true. Like
manifestation.
It was hella weird. Yeah. Like someone was like, "Oh, what did you mean by the Iron Man line?" Because they thought I meant Iron Man 1. And I was like, I don't know what I meant by that, bro. Then Endgame comes out and then Iron Man's lost. So I like number 2. Yours, he's right. It is the most quotable, and you kind of like I feel like you had almost the best flow. Like yours sounds like for some reason your voice just makes it sound hella good, no matter how good the editing is. That's why I asked you beginning, like, who edited your song? Because, like, bro, like, they make it sound hella good.
That seems to be, like, the most compliments that I get is definitely, like, anytime I record, anybody who's, like, the producer of it, they're like, bro, I feel like I barely need to edit this.
Yeah. When you edited his Red Room, like, it probably wasn't that hard to edit, bro.
We did it in, like,
it was, like, minutes,
15,
bro.
20 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy. And most people would probably think that, like, that's us bragging, but like that's how good your voice is, bro.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
And it adds to the pen game. I would say Lost Boys 2, yours, Justin's, obviously, but I can't figure out which one of Justin's I like more.
Yeah,
probably the newest one you did.
Yeah, that Never Left freestyle is fire, bro.
I like Jay King's. Obviously, I like all of them. Josh's I always think Josh's is funny because like he always gets like the most views, but it's like he never shares anything.
Yeah.
So, and I know he's like, oh, my Discord. But, bro, your Discord didn't bring fucking 1.5 thousand views, bro. Like, what do you, like, maybe people just like the way Josh raps. I don't know.
What if it's just, like, one guy who's just, like...
He's overwatching.
Oh,
it's
my
him.
God.
It's actually Josh.
Refresh.
He has, like, 10 tabs open. I'm about to get these views today, bro.
Them boys think they're better than me.
Yeah. But I always tell him, bro. I always tell Josh, I'm like, bro, because I don't know, like, I get this feeling from him that, like, he's like, oh, you and Justin's pen game is better than mine, so, like, I don't even want to try to out-rap you guys. But Josh has his own specific style. I'm like, bro, people like hearing, like, that street shit, bro. And, like, you make it believable because you lived that life before.
Yeah,
so,
that's
like,
what it really comes down to.
Yeah.
Just be authentic. If you in the game... just be authentic and you're gonna win.
Yeah,
because everybody can tell. They can tell as soon as you press play on your track. People are gonna be able to tell if you're real or not. All right, so just keep it fucking real, bro. That's usually what, like, as soon as I can tell when like people are just kind of like regurgitating something that somebody else said. It's just like, all right, you just want to do this just because you want to be a rapper or you just want to be this. Mm-hmm. Like, just be you, tell your story, and then the right people will gravitate to it. You know,
with the pandemic ending, hopefully ending soon. Are you gonna do shows again? Are you gonna like, host like that format where you had hella people come perform?
Bro, so the craziest thing, the Columbia City Theater is like a no-go right now. So like the owner is like trying to sell the building. So I'm hoping that if he does sell it, like whoever buys it still wants to do shows like in there. Yeah. And hopefully I can still get it in. But as of right now, I mean, like I said, I'm not really an internet guy. So all my momentum's at like a halt. So now I got to start going outside again and start building my momentum up. Yeah. So as of right now, I've messaged a couple venues, been denied.
They said no?
Every time. Yeah. So as of right now, I can't personally get booked for a Fiddy show, like headline, or I'm in charge of booking people. But, you know, with this new single that I'm dropping, hopefully I can get, you know, like a guest spot with my homie Gifted on some shows, and that's no promises or anything, but hopefully we can get at least just like a track in or two somewhere this summer. And there's also some a thing going out in Seattle called Fremont Fridays, and they do like live music, and they also have like art vendors there, and so I'm trying to get in on like as like an art vendor there or get a music spot. So hopefully we get booked there, and yeah, if we get booked.
Do you like, okay, like what if we were able to find like not a venue but like a spot? You know, like just when King of the Dot did like the bunker, like they were able to find their own little spot and to start doing that. Like that'd be kind of cool if we could do that,
bro. Yeah. So anything like at this point is worth it, because whether it's in Federal Way, Auburn, or Seattle or Renton, like, I'm sure people are gonna be down to go,
and we both know hella people.
Yeah, and that rap, at the end of the day, I still need to hit up a couple of the smaller venues. I just went for gold, bro. I like hit up High Dive, hit up Columbia City. Obviously, they're being sold. Hit up, where was it, Substation. I was hitting up places that have like a 300 person capacity, hoping to get like a bigger show popping off. But honestly, I still got to hit up like Skylar Cafe. They're like a dive bar, but they got a good stage. I've performed there like 100 times.
I know Tay does the pub. What is it called, Listen?
Oh, Central
Ave, which Shot a Pistol and G Baby just performed there like this past weekend, I think.
They perform.
So they're open up for business like that.
I mean, cool. I mean, like we could even collab with them, bro. Like, yeah, man. We're just bringing in more people and new people, and
let's do it. I mean, bro, even if we get like 30 or 40, 50 people out, it's still cool. Yeah, it's something to just get out there. It essentially is just about getting back out there and getting people involved again. You know, because once people get involved, they get the itch. You know, you go out once and you're like, I want to go do that again. Yeah, I want to do that again. So yeah, it's just about getting things going again.
When me and him did the event open mic, did, yeah, because I still consider it your event because you're the one that put everything together.
Yeah.
I remember before we went on stage, bro. Like I was just like I felt so nervous and pukey and like, because like it's not that I like wanted to take it serious, but not serious to like I was like like this type of serious. Like I wanted to take it serious, but then like I was like, damn, bro, like just have fun.
Hey man, I mean, at the end of the day, having that feeling is okay, because like, yeah, bro, every time I did an open mic, I wanted to do good, because when you do bad, it's not fun. Yeah, so if you get into it and people are like, oh damn, that guy did really good, it feels awesome. Like, that was my biggest thing about all the open mics I ever did. Like, the one that you guys came out to was dope because it was, like, hip-hop driven. Before that all happened, I was going out to open mics where there was, like, I was one of two rappers, and there's, like, 10 or 12 artists who all play guitar or piano. They're, like, musicians. And then I go up there, plug my phone in, and I'm rapping over MP3. So, like, that was also, I was like, now I have to do good, because if I do shitty rap, all these country artists, indie artists are gonna be like, whatever, and then I just wasted my time. So yeah, having that feeling where you're like, I want to do good, that's important, man. Like even if it's just an open mic, even if you're like, I just want to have fun, you can have fun and be good. You know, like,
yeah, well, at least you're trying.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like the more you give it, the more you get out. So
you actually mentioned Shot at Pistol and G Baby performing at the pub. Mm-hmm. So like when it comes, I don't want to call them new artists because they're not new, but since me and you did our last interview, a lot of the local game changed.
Definitely.
Is there anybody new that you've heard? Any new moves that are being made that you've noticed? Like, for instance, Mike Jack. I don't know if you know about Mike Jack, but he's been bro. Like he's been on fire, dude. Like that guy really can rap. Like it's weird. Like like he raps, bro. Like that's crazy, dude.
Where's he based out of?
Is it from this? I know people that he's associated with. But like, bro, he's like, I mean, I can even show you some songs after we're done.
Yeah, I would love to. I would
agree
love
that
to
he's
hear.
probably like he's at the top of my list for like something is bound to happen with him.
Because
like,
he's doing a verse with the boy, right?
Yeah, he's like one album and like one collab away from just taking off.
Like, bro, when I show you, you're gonna be like, hey, that's cool, bro. Like when he raps, he has like the aggression, the believability factor. And he can actually rap, and it's like all three of those put together, and like whoever's behind him and like pushing that, like bro, you guys, that's amazing. So that on my radar, Mike Jack would be like one of those people. But who are you like in tuned with,
bro? So, I mean, as of right now, I think Travis Thompson has like the most like blow upable ability. Even if, I mean, some people would probably consider him already like blown up. Yeah. You know Travis Thompson.
Yeah. I've met a couple people who went to school with him actually.
Yeah. And so like when it comes to like elite Seattle like P&W rappers, yeah, it's definitely Travis Thompson. I feel like he's gonna be like leading the pack, getting involved because bro, he just dropped a song with Kyle, the dude who did I Spy. Yeah. He just dropped a song with him called Parked Cars, and it has like Kato, or not Kato, or some the kid, I can't remember his name, but yeah, bro, it's like it's a big track, bro, and that's about to go off. I love Travis Thompson where he's going, and when it comes to like more up and coming people, I'll say Katel, Kateel. He's been doing really well, man. He's putting in a lot of groundwork here in Seattle, and he's on the Seattle Sessions tape. He's actually on the Seattle Sessions tape, and that's kind of how I got put onto him, was through like hearing about Chase Fade sharing his music and whatnot. And then shout out to my boy Gifted Youngsters. I would say Gifted Youngsters, he's got a lot of potential, man. Like he's about to be on TV. He's about to be on. Did you see that? You following him at all?
Okay, so you said he was at the open mic that we were at, right? Is that where we've met? I've met him, but like obviously like I don't know him. Yeah. But like he did good at the open mic, bro. So like,
I think when Khalid came over, I think he put us on.
Yeah, he mentioned Gifted Youngsters too.
He just did a song with him.
Yeah. Do you remember? I don't know if you've met him, but the guy who like runs the Hip Hop Seattle page.
I've never met him.
Oh, so he came over and did a podcast with us, and yeah, he did mention that. Yeah, he did mention him. So yeah, we have been told about him before, and not only from the open mic too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. He got blessed with the opportunity to go do this thing called Industry Certified. It's like a VH2 reality TV show about music and like rapping. Nice. And so he's on that, and so I think he's got
he has a fire name, by the way, too.
Gifted Youngsters, bro.
Fire name, yeah.
My guy is like.
By the way, I'm gonna reach out to Khalid because with your album coming out, and he runs that Hip Hop Seattle page on Instagram, whatever, and that's like he has a pretty good amount of followers. Like, hey, bro, give my boy some shine on his album, dude.
Yeah, man, and I mean, I'm willing to do business. You know what I mean? Like, I understand reach is important and whatnot. Yeah. So, yeah, absolutely, I'd be more than happy to do business with him.
He's a good guy, bro. So I'm pretty sure if I was like, hey, bro, can you meet, because this guy's pretty good. His album's coming out, like, share it or something.
I'm definitely down to collab, and yeah, man, I think Gifted, he's got a lot of potential, man, with just where he's headed. Musically, he's got his sound for sure. He's like locked in. So yeah, shout out to my boy. Thank you for blessing me on the album with that feature, bro. You
From what I
absolutely
heard
murdered
so
it.
far, that verse was going in, bro.
He was going in,
yeah,
bro.
he was,
so yeah,
he was
man,
going in,
I'm super thankful, bro, for everybody that's grinding out here in the Pacific Northwest, because there's a lot of people who are hungry, bro.
We got culture up here, bro.
Bro, there's a lot of people who are hungry, so we just gotta elevate each other, man.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of TV, I know this is not rap related. But you were what? It was on a YouTube channel. Had hella followers, bro. And when Justin sent me the link to it, it was with you were with Tommy's mom, right?
Oh, Cut.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. So that's on YouTube. Yeah, Cut.
Yeah. So Justin sent me the link to that, and I know it's not rap related, but he sent me the link, and I'm like, bro, what?
Yeah.
I was looking, and it had hella views, and people in the comments were like, it was weird seeing like thousands of comments talking about you.
Yeah, it was definitely a cool opportunity.
How did that even happen, bro?
Bro, so there's just that YouTube channel Cut. I can't. What's her name? I'm forgetting her name. She's a little blonde girl who works over there. I think her name's like Isabel or something like that. And I met her at a show. And time passes on, a couple months goes by, and then I get like this email about like Cut is casting new people or whatever, looking for new people to get on these episodes. And so I like shot my application in. She's like, oh yeah, I remember you. Like, yeah, let's get you on for this episode. And then once that happened, it was super cool, man. Like they paid us for it, and then we got to drink like almost a whole bottle of tequila.
Took to yourself for it?
Bro.
Just for that episode?
What was that?
Just for that episode? They're like, here, have this whole bottle of tequila?
Well, no, so we were playing Truth or Drink, so it was like, you had to take a shot if you didn't want to answer the question, but we were being so honest, and so we were just sitting there like taking shots, like, we've answered a couple questions, let's take a shot, like whatever. Yeah. Next thing you know, like the bottle's like a shot away. And she was like, oh, we're going to need more alcohol. I was like, you're going to have to tell them to get us some more. I think we gave them a little bit more hell than expected, because we were just getting fucked up, having a great time. And we were being, that's funny, we weren't like to the T, like, I don't know, we weren't like governable or whatever. We were just
was there like a lot of people on set? Or was
no,
it just
there was like 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It kind of inspired me, because I sent that video to my mother-in-law, and I was like, hey, let's do a podcast episode based on this.
Yeah.
So like she was like, oh my god, I watched it and I love it. And I was like, yeah, let's do a podcast episode where like we kind of do the same thing.
Yeah.
And we just ask each other hella uncomfortable questions, and like it just be funny.
Yeah.
Like, hey, have you ever slept in, like, have you ever done this in the same house while I was there? And it'd be kind of funny. And like I was like, bro, like she loved your episode, and that kind of inspired that. So yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, have I ever walked in on you?
Like, yeah. It's like, nah, I was wearing camo that day, so yeah, you didn't walk in on me.
So great.
Yeah, she's so. Bro, I love my mother-in-law, bro. She's so funny, and like that would be perfect for her.
Yeah.
So yeah, we watched it, and it was kind of like, for me, when I watched your episode, I felt at that moment, I was like, bro, this, like, I felt like I was watching someone famous, bro. I was like, funny. I know him. You know the meme where Leonardo DiCaprio is pointing at the TV?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, that's what I was like, hey, it's like, Emily, look.
Dude, I know that guy.
Yeah.
I know
Jay Fiddy, look.
Dude, it's so funny, because like you can get all those like millions of views, and then it was so weird, because like the first day that it dropped, I got like 50 fucking messages like, oh bro, I saw you on this video, and then it turns into like one message a week, and then like once every like other month.
Like, I saw you on the video.
Bro, I didn't know you were on Cut. It's like, yeah, like that happened like a year and a half ago, dude.
You probably said that was probably me, bro. I messaged you probably like a year later, because it was like a year later.
Yeah.
Or some shit. I was like, I didn't see that. But
It's pretty funny, but I mean, that's just how it is.
What
especially
might have happened, and what I was gonna ask you about is like, I remember seeing it when it first came out. And then I remember seeing it like a fat ass minute later, but they had like re-uploaded it.
Yeah,
so
they
like,
did a re-upload. That's what it was.
That's what you might have saw.
I probably saw the re-upload.
Because I saw the re-upload, and it said like 2 months ago. I'm like, wait, I saw this like last year.
Yeah.
Why did they re-upload it?
They do that all the time. So like they recorded a whole episode of us, but then if you watch the first video they put out, it's a compilation. Like it has snippets of us and then like 2 other people.
Oh,
like,
damn.
Yeah, it was like cuts of different it was
did
like
you lose any views on the first one, or like did they?
Oh no,
they didn't delete it.
No, they didn't delete it, but then they released another episode of like more of ours. It was like more of like us focused, you know. So yeah, that's just how they do that. They'll like they'll record and do like all these cuts, and then they'll release the other shit later. They've been doing that for a long time. Yeah.
What was the reception from your family? Like your mom, like your bro. I bet your mom was
she thought it was pretty funny. Like the cool thing is that Tommy's gonna be 21 here soon, so she's gonna be able to like apply and hopefully
her and your mom do one.
That would be cool, bro, right?
That's some goat shit right there, bro. I would love to see that.
That'd be so great, bro. Yeah,
because your mom's hella funny, bro. It's like I could see your mom making it hella entertaining.
She got attitude, you know.
Yeah. Sorry.
Her facial reactions would be everything, man. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, what did you just say?
What did you say? It's like, have you guys ever done this under the roof? Like, oh, okay.
What? Let me take a shot for that.
Even if you didn't do it, it's like I'm trying to be an alcoholic today. So
see, Tommy's got that low tolerance. She'd have to be honest. She'll throw up off of like 3 shots.
Oh yeah, I'd be sitting there like, well, wait, we're in like 2 bottles in or what?
It's so
but that's
great,
cool.
Man.
It was a good experience. I bet.
Yeah,
it was
cool. It was great, man. Shout out to Cut, man. I hope that I can do another video in the future.
Okay, so last week I did touch on a Rick and Morty episode that I loved, the car battery episode. Yeah. Which my cousin showed me and it blew my mind. I was like, wow, what? Bro, like I can't look at life the same anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty trippy how there was like multiple worlds within
worlds and worlds, because it basically like we have no proof that that's not where Earth is now.
Yeah, that's the worst part. It's funny because like they fuck you up in the next episode too, because literally the first episode of season 5, Morty's like the devil, bro. Like they like make fun of religion in a way.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, so there was like this dude, Mr. Nimbus, Rick, they get into like they have this treaty where Rick's not supposed to touch the ocean. Rick touches the ocean, and now he has to like have this dinner with Mr. Nimbus to like make a treaty. And then Morty is in charge of putting this wine inside of a portal that goes into a different dimension that has accelerated time. So like the wine will age really fast. Like 5 seconds in our reality is like 10 years in theirs. And so he goes in, drops the wine off, goes out, goes back in, and there's a family there, like a dad and a wife and a kid. And he the dad helps the dad helps Morty carry the wine out. And time's flying in that reality now. Now that the dad stepped through, time's flying in that reality, and he's sitting there talking with Morty. He goes back in. His wife's dead.
Oh,
his wife's dead. His son murders his dad, and is like, "I told Mom I would avenge you for leaving us." And he was like, "No, it's not my fault. It's the child that comes through the portal door." And then now Morty's like the devil that comes through the portal door and tries to steal their wine.
The creators of that show, that's amazing writing. But that's what I'm saying. Like, Josh tried to put me onto Rick and Morty for so long, and I don't know why I never watched it. But like once I watched that, and now what you're telling me, dude, that it just creates higher thinking.
Bro, it's crazy. So like, Morty is going back, and every time he goes back through that door to grab another jug of wine, the evolution of the people has happened, and they're like preparing to kill Morty as soon as he comes through the door. And so, yeah, like they're like convinced that he's the devil, and they have to like protect themselves.
Because every time he comes to the point, oh my god.
Yeah, he's like trying to get this wine, but they think that he's just trying to kill them.
What? So like, because you're like the only person I can think of that like I can talk to about this type of stuff that understands. Does it create that type of like, oh wow, like, you know, higher think? Like if I was to show it to somebody who's not like that, would it be more fun for them, or would it start to be like, oh wow, this is too much, I can't?
Yeah, some people might not make those connections with it, like the interdimensional way of thinking, and like understanding spirituality, understanding, you know, some sort of level of psychedelics, some sort of level of even like Christianity is important to understand. Like they touch on religion, they touch on so many things that it really is for the more aware people. Yeah, otherwise, I feel like if you're not aware of those things, you're just kind of like lost in it. You're just like, all right, I guess this is kind of funny.
That's the suckiest part, bro. I'm glad you're here because that's the suckiest part about being awoke, like aware of things.
Yeah.
You notice the people around you aren't.
Yeah.
And you try to tell them certain things and like and then they don't listen. It's almost like you're talking to a brick wall.
Yeah, man.
Have you felt like that lately?
Yeah,
like,
no, I can't remember. There was a quote. It was like most people when they become awakened, they're mad because they wish they could just like fall back asleep, but it's impossible. Like once you've gained that awareness, it's worse if you go back. Because now it's kind of like that dude in the Matrix. He took the red pill or whatever, and then now he wanted to go back to the Matrix, but you can't, bro. It's fucked up. Like you're changed, and so yeah, it's like once you're aware of things and you see life through this different lens of like love, or hey, we need to be doing better. Like how is everybody okay with this way of life? Like everything like that. You start questioning things. Yeah, you just have to take it for yourself. Those answers are for you, and so yeah, at the end of the day, you're gonna waste your wisdom.
If
you're gonna waste your wisdom expecting others to be on the same journey as yourself.
I agree. Yeah, there was this one time, I always quote this time, but there was this one time I did like 5 grams of shrooms. Bro, I can't even explain to you the trip I had. It was like you can't really explain it to people.
You never can.
You can't, but like when I tried, like it showed me like secrets of the universe type shit.
Yeah.
And from that day to now, I have not viewed life the same.
Yeah.
Like I look around, I'm like, bro, what are we doing, dude?
Yeah.
And I think you started to notice that with some of the videos I've done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I felt compelled to put it into my work.
And it's weird what psychedelics can do to the mind to heal it. Or to even just bring awareness to your moment into your reality. Because I had a similar situation, doing about 5-6 grams of mushrooms as well. And this was right before I became like Fiddy, man. Like, and I had like throat chakra done on me by like aliens. And all of a sudden now I'm like making YouTube videos, and I used to have a YouTube video channel, or I used to have a YouTube channel.
Yeah. Is it the channel you upload music on, or is it a different
No, it was a different one, bro. I used to go by the name Hip Hoptimistic.
That's actually a fine name.
Bro, and I used to make YouTube videos, and that was like right after my awakening with the mushrooms and everything. And I was recording like a video a day. I had a lot on my mind. And I was documenting a lot of my spiritual awakening, and that impression has carried me like that whole year of just like studying myself, studying the mind, learning about my emotions, learning about my mindset. That was like really important to me because it taught me how to grow, for sure. Like it taught me how, like, all right, I can accept where I'm at because I know how to get to the next step, because I got the answers. I got the answers. Like I was given the roadmap. I was given the tools.
Like the blueprint, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And once you hear it once, bro, like you gotta let that be your song.
Like your guide.
Yeah.
Almost. I remember the one time I did the 5 grams I was talking about. Like it was like I like shot up into space, and there was nothing. And I remember feeling really alone. And then when I waved my hand, all of a sudden, like, the stars came out of my hand, like the planets, the stars, and everything. I was like, oh, wow, look. But then I felt more alone, and I was like, oh, wow, I should put people on these planets. And then I waved my hand again, and, like, all these people and, like, worlds started coming.
Damn.
And I was like, oh, wow, I still felt lonely. I should go down there and experience it. So I remember, like, whatever form I was in, like, went down into, like, each person, each planet, and I was experiencing life from each person's point of view. So I understood when people were happy, angry, sad, like they were violent. I understood like every person's point of view.
That's a pretty fucking good one, man.
Yeah, I was like, hey, since I created you, I want to see what it feels like to be you. So I kept going through each timeline. I was able to interweave between different time periods, different planets. Any moment I wanted to go to, I could snap and it'd go right into that, And I felt like it was showing me like how we were created.
That's pretty epic.
Yeah, and I felt like it showed me like, hey, like you don't have to be scared of death because like there's something for you after this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I felt like I was like, I'm not scared of death no more, dude. Because like I will be happy after this.
That's super important that you got that. Yeah, I had that. I had a very similar experience. Yours sounds a lot more epic, like pretty much like being like God in a way, like how people
I know
depict
people wouldn't
God.
like me saying that, but I didn't feel like God. I felt like it was showing me what God went through.
Yeah, and that's super important. I definitely felt like I met like Adam and Eve on a mushroom trip like 4 years ago. But the craziest experience I ever had was I fucking died on DMT, bro.
Did you do DMT before?
Bro, I did DMT
I gotta hear
before.
The experience, bro. Yeah.
So like
I never met someone who's done it before.
I was doing DMT like all night with my buddies.
Yeah.
And I
like
wasn't
you did multiple trips.
Bro, so no, I was like hitting it and I was never like breaking through, like going to the next dimension. Every time I hit it, all of a sudden you hit it and all of a sudden boom, everything goes like hella slow. And then all of a sudden you speed back up to regular reality. And like my buddies' heads would like get hella big and whatnot. And I was just like, why am I not like, can I just get out of here?
Yeah.
And nothing was happening. And I told Tommy, I was like, all right, I think I'm gonna just call it good. And then my buddies, he's hitting me. He's like, oh, now we're getting somewhere. And I was like, give me that. I was like, give me that, bro. And so like we were doing this thing where it's like, all right, if you do it 3 times, like you're good. And so I hit it 3 times and I was like holding it in. I looked over at him. I was like, nah. I hit it the 4th time. As soon as I hit it the 4th time, all white.
Like everything just turned white.
Everything turns white. I lose all feeling and everything, bro. Like no joke. Don't even feel the pen anymore. Just like everything's light.
There was no
and it
space
feels like
time.
It felt like like lifting breeze was going on. Like I felt like I was just flying through this white air, and then all of a sudden this oil slick portal pops up in front of my face. It's just like wom 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 wom. And so I grab onto it and I pull myself through and I'm back in reality. And as soon as I'm like back in reality, I feel like I'm in Minecraft, but HD, like 4K Minecraft. Like I'm in this like digital plane. And I'm like, bro, I feel like if I like snap my fingers, like something would pop up right now. Like it was so weird. Like I that was like the thing that made me think that this world was a simulation. I was like, okay, so you do respawn. You just got to pull yourself through this oil slick portal, and then you're back in the back in the universe,
bro. Like,
it is weird, yeah. The psychedelics definitely, and when that happened, I was like, all right, so if I disconnect, like I can obviously come back, and yeah, so I was like, all right.
How long did it last? Like, how long did you? Because some people say when they do DMT, like they've lived someone's life for like 20 years, bro.
Bro, so I didn't have that happen. I think I was out of there for like 5 minutes. I was in that white space for like 5 minutes. But then when I came back, I was in the Minecraft field for like maybe 20. And it was weird. Like I kept feeling this like twitch in my neck. And then one minute it like forced me to like turn my head. I closed my eyes. And whenever I like snap my neck back and open my eyes, I'm like back in reality. And it was just so weird. I was like, that just happened like that. Like in 30 minutes, I died, came back, figured out we're in a simulation, and now I'm cool. Like completely sober. Like it was just...
I wonder if like I've always wondered how people would like. That's one of the scariest things about doing DMT or shrooms. Like if you're not ready to learn something like that, it's kind of fucking frightening to realize that like. Because I was in a space where time and space didn't exist.
Yeah.
Nothing mattered.
Yeah.
Like there was no time. There was no like. It was weird, bro. Like and like, not a lot of people I think could handle like feeling that.
Yeah.
I almost wasn't, and then like you learn. I don't know, bro. It was cool. It was cool, man.
It's crazy when you get through that. So like you push those limits mentally, and like all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, is this real? And all of a sudden you get through it, and you're like, what I just experienced was something like I'm gonna cherish.
Yeah,
I cherish it, and so once you have that experience and you cherish it, you're winning. You're winning, bro. Because some people, they're like terrified of it, and then they let it fuck with their head, and then
I don't think they should. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody.
I told you before this, and when I, after the shroom trip, I was like, hey, bro, it kind of showed me that like I'm supposed to like do something with this life, or I'm gonna keep repeating this. Remember, I think You remember the message. I told this guy, my dog over here, he's trying to be a part of the podcast too, you know. But yeah, I told him, I was like, hey, you know, what it showed me was I'm gonna keep repeating this until I'm able to save us. And by save us, I don't mean get rich or famous, but I mean like we all have a purpose here.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to be like, you know, like a border collie herd sheep to like the right direction.
Okay.
I was like, hey, my spirit was here for a certain reason. You know, we're gonna keep repeating and looping this until I'm able to find a way to like elevate us to like the next level, because they say that like certain spirits come with families, like a spirit family,
Right?
That when you reincarnate, you'll have like a, like you, Justin, in our next life, you might be a girl who's like my cousin, but you're still Justin, right? Like it's a spirit family.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like when you die, like, hey, what do you want to be next, dude? What do you want to be next? And like, you know, so like until we able to get past this level, right, then we're gonna keep repeating. So I was like, hey, bro, we gotta do something with this life. So right around that time, I started making podcast episodes about like the 9 to 5 psychedelics, because I was like, hey, there's a message here. This is important what you're saying. I think this stuff's important. Like if you use your platform to like teach people and like preach like happiness and love, that's important.
I agree. That's
man. Something to leave. Like I'm not saying when I say no 9 to 5, I'm not saying don't work ever.
Yeah.
But like when you look around, it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, and for some people, you know, their purpose is, you know, that, you know, your purpose is that, and that's okay. For people like us, we know where our energy is desired. Mm-hmm. You know, the universe has given us a voice, and it's only right if we use it. You know, and so using your platform, using your voice to speak on things that are going to help people elevate mentally, elevate spiritually, that's super important, man. Like, that is a purpose to live. You know, Bob Marley, I think, said it. If the people, you know, who are like super evil in this world aren't taking a day off, then why should people who are like good people?
Yeah, why should they take a day off? Yeah,
why should you take a day off, bro? Like that day that you let your shitty attitude let you revert to, you know, kind of being an asshole, you're not living your purpose anymore. You know, and so, you know, every day it's our job to use that wisdom. And that's why I was like saying earlier, is like, don't waste your wisdom. You know, like we got those answers. So like, if we don't live by them, it's like, it's a disservice to ourselves. You know, we know where we're headed. We know what we want. And most people don't know what they want, you know? So like, do yourself a favor and do this all the time. Do this all the time, because there's somebody who's going out to their 9 to 5 and clocks out and doesn't know what to do other than watch Netflix.
Well, an important, before we end the show, because we're about to hit time. One of the reasons I pride myself on like weekly doing this with Justin is because, dude, you're absolutely right. There's somebody that goes to the 9 to 5 that might listen to this and feel motivated from it, and then they do something that's important to the world, which then makes someone else doing something important to the world, and it's literally just all connected through energy and like vibes and like. And I know people laugh and like, oh, vibes. But it is kind of like a vibe thing. Like, hey, if you're putting out good energy into the world and trying to teach people, and because even after I die, bro, there's still gonna be people who are like, hey, what are we doing with this? Why are we doing this?
Yeah, it
doesn't matter. Like they could kill me, they could kill you, I could die, whatever. Anything could happen to me and you. There's still people out here that need to like. That's just important.
Absolutely, man.
And before we get off, I know one of the last topics you wanted to talk about, which has nothing to do with the rap or the psychedelics.
Here, before we move on, just one last thing I want to get on before we move on is vibration is real. Vibrations, frequencies, all of that is real, and we all pick up on it. Anytime you decide to watch something that doesn't enrich your spirit and help raise your frequency, help raise your vibration, you're doing yourself a disservice, man. And you just have to be really aware of how you're nourishing your vibration. When you give compliments, when you smile, when you even just wave at your neighbor when they're driving by, you're walking your dog, whatever, that's all really important. So just keep feeding your mind with positive things. Say hi to somebody, smile at somebody. Every little thing matters, and do it for yourself, man. The higher your vibration, the more blessings you get, the more favorable the universe works in for you. And so, yeah, just do yourself a favor and be a good person.
That's important. Yeah, that's a good. I wish we could end on that because like, bro, that's fire, dude. Yeah, that's good. If you guys are listening, listen to that, bro. Like that's like some stuff Nikola Tesla and them were saying, like with vibrations and frequency. That's real. Yeah, that's perfect.
It's true, man. We can all telepathically pick up on things. Absolutely.
I do. So I wanted to touch on one topic: the Funko Pops. Now I know a lot of people like they try to. Almost every person who's ever been in here, like even without podcasting, tries to gas me up on the Funkos. But I don't know where my addiction started, but like it's almost like I feel like, you know, the movie Toy Story when they're in the box and they're alive.
Oh yeah.
I like to be. I know it sounds weird, but I like to be nice to them. You know, like, oh hey, you know, like you're.
They're in their cage.
Yeah, and like they like to be seen by people. They like to be appreciated. It's weird, I know, but. And I have quite a good collection. I know I have some like exclusives and stuff, and I've gotten hooked up with people. But you know the one where it shows me. You gotta get one of you,
bro. So yeah, I'm super jealous of the custom Mellow 15. Like
my brother hooked it up, by the way. Yeah.
I think what was it? When DMX was like not doing too hot, I was like trying to look for a DMX Funko. I know that sounds fucked up. Why are you trying to capitalize on hey, when he was in the hospital, I was like, hey, this DMX Funko about to go through the roof, bro. So like I was trying to find it, and there was like custom DMX Funkos, and then like
was it with a dog?
No, he was like all bloodied up. It was like his album cover one, and his like one of his first albums, but yeah, man, I was like, I need to get a custom one too. Yeah. So yeah, just to see the customs in real life is super dope, man.
Have you and Tommy like wanted to go to the Everett Funko Museum? Like I think I heard you guys went.
So I didn't even know that that's a thing
until just now.
Until you just said it.
Okay, bro, Justin. Before we end the episode, give us a rundown of what's there, because you and Kylie went with the kids. So like it's good, dude.
It's like basically just like a small museum where they just have
they have like huge Funkos, like little.
If you could give an estimate number on how many Funkos are in this museum, how many Funkos are there?
Hundreds at least.
Maybe thousands.
Is it more than just Funkos? Or like there's like big statues of Funkos and like other.
It's like an exhibit almost, I would say. There's like a Marvel section where like they have like all the Marvel Funkos, and then there's like statues of like the Hulkbuster and Stan Lee and shit like that.
So how you got those the customs going? Do they have like a separate shop?
It's a section in that museum.
And did you guys have to go to the Everett Museum to get those custom, or did you do it online?
No, we went there in person. I don't know if you could do it online, but
and you give them like a picture, and then they like go.
No, there's like a whole.
You customized it yourself. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, see, I don't know if they would have my hair.
They have to, bro. They have to.
If they do, I'll do it. I'll do it.
You get you and Tommy, bro.
Yeah, that would be fire.
That's what me and Emily did. They got us, me and Emily. So you and Tommy be fire Funkos, bro.
Come on, I know. I've been wanting the J Fiddy Funko Pop for sure. But I'm definitely jealous of your collection, bro, because you got your theme. So like. That was like the one thing whenever we got into Funko Pops, the dude at Hot Topic was like, so my biggest advice for you is just stick to your thing. Mm-hmm. And it didn't make sense until all of a sudden I got like one Pokemon, a couple Simpsons, like 10 Rick and Mortys, and then like one of like everything. And all of a sudden I'm like, damn, I don't got no collection, you know? And so we had to buckle down and like switch the way we were doing it. We were like, all right, what do we actually like? All right, we're gonna collect Steven Universe. We're gonna collect Seattle sports, you know, and
a good place to get them is at the mall. South Center has hella
South Center is the shit, bro. Yeah.
The Funko guy's sick of seeing me, bro. I guarantee you, dude. Like that's why I got the Valentine's Day Yoda. So like he's sick of seeing me.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of those Valentine's Day ones. I wanted to get some of them. I like then they have the Boba Fett one.
Yeah, but they had so my favorite part of the collection is, like I told you off camera, was the Game of Thrones ones, because season 8 did so bad that those ones that are worth like 90, 100, 120 bucks went down hella. And I was like, yoink, yoink, yoink. You know?
Bro, it's crazy. Like, I didn't even know how insane the like Funko game was. Like I didn't figure it out until I got back into like Pokemon cards, because Tommy's like cousin posted that she was opening the new Pokemon packs and pulled like the Charizard VMAX, and then she trades the Charizard VMAX for like a Gucci bag or some shit, or like a Louis Vuitton bag.
You're like, damn.
And we're like, okay, so Pokemon's worth some money again.
Yeah.
I go find my old shit, start selling it, And then all of a sudden some dude's like, oh, will you trade like a Funko Pop for like one of your Pokemon cards or something? And I was like, what are Funkos? And I like looked into it and I was like, these are cool as fuck, dude. Like
they are hella cool. Dude. Yeah, we gotta get you on this one too.
A Fiddy Funko kind of has a little ring to it. It's like
the Fiddy Funko.
Yeah. What?
The Fiddy Funkos. Or like I
like
a
patent that now, dude. Fiddy Funko. That's fire, dude.
Yeah, and then I got like the stickers. The mini Fiddy, like it got a ring to it too, bro.
Like, the mini Fiddies.
Yeah.
From the,
Did I ever give you mini Fiddies last time?
I think that the last time you came over, you were just in the making of them.
Bro, yeah. So we got the mini Fiddies and Tommy's things too. Yeah, these are like.
Bro, I love how you guys do that stuff
together. The 4-eye Fiddies.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Is it the one with the eyes on it?
Yeah, the 4-eyed.
How much do you sell these for?
Bro, we just give these to people for free because it's like.
Well, I'm gonna put it on my laptop for people.
Bro, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
You don't charge people for these, or like?
No, man. Like we get them for a good price.
Cause I can. Yeah, I was gonna say.
What was it? Sticker app? I think I get like. It's like 150 of them for like $20, and so it comes out to like a dime a piece or something.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, it's like you might as well as just give them to people.
I'm
like,
gonna put it right here for future podcasts.
Yeah, bro. And I mean it's free. It's free advertisement. You know, like give it to somebody. They might put it on the back of their phone, and then all of a sudden, oh, what's that? That's cool. You know,
you and Tommy are gonna have to take a trip up to the Funko Museum, man.
Bro, I got to, man. I got to. Go. The Funko game is super fun. Speaking of Tommy Joe, I just want to give a shout out to her. I know we're probably running low on time.
No, go ahead.
But we'll just run this by real quick.
I asked you to bring these because you guys killed that shit. Dude.
So this right here is the Sublime logo. I know it's probably hard to see all the details in there, but we do paintings, bro. It's like pour art, but then we paint stuff on top of it. My girlfriend, Tommy Joe, she is super talented. She is way better than I am.
No, in person that looks fucking sick.
Isn't this here?
How much are you selling that for,
bro? So the Sublime one, that's so many details, bro. If you see it in person, I'll try to get a
close up and post it during editing.
Yeah,
like, you're right.
There's so many details. Like you could look at this one and you're just like, oh, everything's like a flat color. You know, the face has some lines, the eyeball.
Fire.
This is cool, but then you see her stuff and you're like, oh, you got literally every detail in there. Yeah. And so, she's super talented. She inspired me. Growing up, I always thought I was no artistic abilities whatsoever until all of a sudden, you're watching your girl do it and you start picking up on it, man. I want to do that too.
Yeah.
I've always been a risk taker, so I decided to start doing it. And now
you guys deserve to make a living off, bro. An actual living.
Yeah, for sure. I believe Tommy, especially, man. She is so talented with anything that she does. Like her voice, incredible. Art, incredible. Yep. Shout out to her, man. I love you to death, and you fucking are the reason why I just keep elevating, bro. I just keep elevating because of her. She always pushes the limits and wants to do something different, and that's great.
Yeah, her TikToks are fire, bro. There's this one that I was dying, bro. She does the good impression of the girl off Legally Blonde or something. No, it's not the Legally Blonde.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
She, I want a hot dog.
The dog or something. I'm taking the dog or some shit.
And she does I want a hot dog real bad. Dude, Tommy got hella views and likes off that video.
Yeah, she's funny,
she
man.
She killed that, dude.
She's funny. What was it?
We could post it if you want to. It's literally we can.
You could slap it on there for sure.
Taking the dog. Dumbass. Oh, you look like the 4th of July. You make me want a hot dog real bad.
She's hilarious, man. Yeah. She's something else. I'm definitely super grateful for her. And if you want to follow her at Tommy TOMI _JO _yo YO. And man, she's super talented, and y'all should definitely go cop a painting from her before the price goes up. Because honestly, we're selling these paintings for like $40, $50, bro.
One
and
day
then all of a sudden it's going to be $10K. So you might as well. Yeah. It's kind of like Bitcoin, bro, and gold. You might as well as buy it now because this is like getting in on an Amazon stock at like 25. You got to, bro. You got to. Oh, here I brought you one.
No, bro. You don't got. Yeah, you gotta let me get you guys something for that, bro.
Don't get too excited. It's a little one, We got the little Among Us guy. No, I don't want to touch peens with him. That's not.
Oh, he's doing that. It's sus, bro. All my nephews and them love this one.
Bro, Among Us
They're
is
like,
great.
It's sus.
He's so sus, man. Yeah, and the
guys,
finger thing, I figured it's like a double entendre, you know, like
that's what I'm
he's
saying.
kind of sus with the.
Now, when you guys get hella famous and rich off this stuff, like you have the original Tommy Joe.
Yeah,
like,
you got the original,
dude,
bro.
Like on the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the.
Yeah, so there on the back, there's those little like white things you just peel.
Yeah.
Peel and stick.
I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it on the wall, but I want to make sure people see it, so I gotta make sure it's like visible.
Hey,
yeah.
Even if nobody sees it, it's for you, bro. It's for you guys.
Thank you, man. Yeah, that's fire, dude. Before we end the episode, like I said every week, guys, I don't want to do the whole subscribe and whatever. Like I actually like to tell people, like, hey, take care of yourself, man.
Yeah.
Like he said, there's a lot of things we gotta work on, but if you take care of your mental health first, take care of yourself, things will start to align. And like do stuff like this, man. Do what makes you happy, basically.
Absolutely.
This world does not care where you fall in line. You have to make yourself fall in line. Do stuff like this that makes you happy. So
absolutely. And if there's one thing that I could tell you is everything takes time. So start now.
Yeah.
Everything takes time. Start now. Give yourself the opportunity to grow. Give yourself the opportunity to get good at it and enjoy it because you got to get the most out of it, man. If you don't, you're going to be 80 years old and full of regret. Everybody who's watching this, you're young, you're beautiful, you're worthy. I love my boy Andrew.
Yeah, you love too, bro.
I love you, Justin. Thank you guys for having me on, man. I'm super grateful for every opportunity from here and to infinity, bro.
Episode 41, guys.